what's going on. This is probably the first video on the channel, so how's it going? I bought a GoPro with the head mount here, so that's how we're doing this. Pretty neat. So today we're in the Silver RSX. It's too cold in here in Wisconsin, so Red RSX is in storage for a while. So, but yeah, here we are. I don't know what I'm gonna do all on this channel yet. I haven't really decided. I know there is I kind of want to do a bunch of POV stuff, seeing as how it's easy enough for me to do, and I have the stuff for it now, so it shouldn't be too hard. But anything you guys want me to see, just put in the comments below, and then I'll for sure look at those. But here is my 2006 Acura RSX. It's the 5-speed base. I've had it for about 3 years now. I was gifted this car from my brother for my 16th birthday. He had the car for multiple years as well before he gave it to me. I always liked this car, and then he ended up giving it to me for my birthday, so that was pretty dope. When I got it, it had about 180,000 miles on it, and now it's at 230,000. So put quite a bit of miles on it in multiple years of owning it now. I use this car every day for work and everything, so I can't modify it, or I can't modify it to the point where I want to. So we have just an exhaust on, just a Yonaka exhaust, and then this steering wheel that was on here was on the car already when he gave it to me. So I'm not really a fan of the quick release steering wheels as much, but it kind of means a lot to me that the steering wheel was on it, so I kept it on. The person who owned it before my brother put on a quick release, and they cut a bunch of the wiring harness off of the airbags and stuff, so in order for me to transfer it back to the original state, it would cost a lot of money, so it's not really worth it right now to put that OEM steering wheel back in. Even though that OEM steering wheel is pretty cool, I'm a fan of the OEM Acura steering wheel, so that's pretty cool, but can't do anything about that because it's gonna cost way too much money than it's worth. So yeah, it's about 20 degrees here today. Not too much going on for me. It's a Sunday, so the car is gonna probably sound really quiet at the GoPro because the windows are all closed and everything, because it's winter. But once it gets to be summer again, I can open up the windows and stuff, and we can have like a nice drive where you actually can hear the car. But in winter, I'm not freezing my ass off with the windows open, so it's the best we get now. But I plan to do a lot of POV drives like this, hopefully in the future here, because they are pretty cool. I think I like watching those on YouTube. So I can't wait for summer for for spring, I should say, for my Red RSX. I have a lot planned, so I already have a whole bunch of stuff, parts in my basement. I have red Honda badges for it. I have the silver. So I'm running the 17-inch Type S wheels on it. So I have the silver center caps with the red Honda logo. That's a dead deer, by the way. I also have the Type R e-brake in the center console. I picked that up for, well, I paid a pretty good penny for that, so it does look really nice. I got a really good condition one, so happy about that. I also have yellow ion fog lights to put in. I got those off of somebody on Facebook selling them. Other than that, I just got K-tuner today. I got K-tuner for the Red RSX today, or not today, yesterday came in. It was 800 bucks, so that was a pretty penny as well. And then the plans for this spring and summer, the big plan is putting that K24 in. I want to do it for a while, so we're gonna put that K24 in the red RSX. So we're gonna order it a little before early spring here, and then once it gets here, we'll toss it in. It's a pretty easy swap from what I've heard, from going from the K20 Z1 to the K24 A2. You only need the CRV motor mounts, K2, and you're gonna need. I'm keeping the same 6-speed trans for a while. The Z1 trans, I'll keep that for a while. So a little bit about me. I'm 19, from Wisconsin, obviously, as I stated. I own 2 RSXs, like as you guys just know. I just told you that. I'm sure most of you guys know me from Instagram here. I might not keep the same name on the channel as DC5aholic. I'm not sure about that yet. I like the name, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it as a permanent name for the channel and Instagram and everything else I use. I might pick something else later on, but I'll obviously make an announcement of that and stuff. But I figured I'd do a video today just to kind of have a intro to my YouTube channel and everything else. So I've had a YouTube channel in the past, but it was more or less for gaming, and I don't really do a whole lot of gaming anymore. It's not really interesting to me. Once you get a little older, you don't get as interesting anymore. To me, at least, it didn't get interesting, so I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped on the gaming side of my life. I did it for a few years. I did stream a lot, but not really my thing anymore. I'm more or less interested in actually going out and doing stuff, so that's where we are today. But yeah, I love the RSX platform. I love the RSX I'm in right now too. It means a whole lot to me, from how I got it to everything in between. Everything about the car. It's been in my childhood since I could remember, so it's been in my life for a long time. So it's got a special place in my heart. So. Might not sound very loud on the GoPro, but I mean it's a decent tone. I like the Onaka exhaust. It's a good daily exhaust, because you're not going to get pulled over for it or anything. But it's got a really good tone and everything. Yeah, hopefully in the future I do more of the POV drives and everything in between. That is kind of the goal. Do that. This car is a little bit of rattles. I do have the polyurethane engine mounts, so they do rattle a little bit. But other than that, the car is really nice. It's a great daily driver. I've never had any problems with this car, other than the only problem I ever had with this car was the rear brakes. You can't buy them new, so you got to buy them remanufactured. So I've had issues with that before. Like, a big ball was moved right there, by the way. So you get to buy the rear calipers remanufactured from either AutoZone, not really trusty brands and everything. So you're kind of gambling with that right away. But I mean, other than that, the car is really solid. I've never had any problems with this car. It's always a blast to drive. You can beat the hell out of it some days and it still runs the next day. I mean, it's kind of what it is. It's guy's driving really fucking slow, dude. It's 55 here, dog. He's probably turning on the on-ramp here. Grandma gotta go to work or something. But yeah, for the future of this channel, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Hopefully a lot of installs, like hopefully like when it becomes spring, a lot of POV drives and stuff like that. So that's kind of my goal for the channel, just kind of have fun with it. Not really take it too serious right now, but kind of have fun with it as a hobby. Yeah, the GoPro doesn't pick up. I did a few test runs with the GoPro and see what audio and video and everything. It doesn't really pick up much of the car's audio for some reason. It's got because the windows are closed and everything. But if the windows are open, I bet you would pick up a little more audio. Oh, I got the big ass bump. Pick up a little more audio. My exhaust isn't really that loud either. It's just like a deep tone. If you guys ever seen the Yonaka exhaust, so that's also why. I don't know, man. Everyone says that the base RSX is really slow, but it really is. It really is a nice car. For what you get, I mean, for what it is, it's a, you know, a tiny inline four. It makes pretty good. It makes pretty good power, I think, for being such a light car and everything. My Type S doesn't feel that much faster, because I don't know what the difference is. Is it 50 horsepower? I think like 50 crank horsepower difference between the Type S and the base. I don't really feel that difference between those two. The Type S just feels more smooth, while the base kind of, it's a little iffy sometimes, but other than that, it feels just about the same. It's because my Type S has a stock exhaust on it, probably. That's probably why it feels the same, or it feels slower. The noises always make your car feel faster, I noticed. Alright, well, I'm probably gonna end the video here, guys, so thanks for checking out the channel. Hopefully stay tuned for more RSX content and everything else in between. Once the weather gets a little nicer, there'll be a little bit more uploads. But right now, I'm gonna end up setting up stuff for a while and then take it from there. So, yeah, that's all I got, guys. So, I'm doing a U-turn here, sorry. So yeah, stay tuned on the channel for maybe some more POV drives in winter here in spring. But once spring comes around, we're gonna do more installs of the parts I got in the basement and everything. So stay tuned for that, and